Welcome back to the show, everyone. I've got Ruth Johnson here with a third Laguna Hills Mutual update.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming, Ruth. I know you want to talk about moisture in the home and how we can prevent moisture in the home, because I can't tell you how many pieces of leather and other garments, especially from my closets, that you either can't get it out, you have to go get it specially treated or cleaned.
They get little green spots.
A little green spot, you put them out in the sun, go take a sun bath.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy how much water is in the
Yes.
area that we don't even really notice.
And I lived in Hawaii for about 20 years, and that's
It's
nothing
even-
compared to here. You can't have anything leather over there,
No, you can't.
even for a small amount of time.
Isn't that interesting?
So moisture is a problem everywhere.
Right,
And
right.
we've seen that a lot here with the older buildings and just our normal weather.
Right,
So
exactly.
that's why I came to hopefully educate people a little more.
Well, I love it. I love all your products too, and I can't wait to get to some of them. Some of them I've used, and some of them I've never
Okay.
seen before.
Good.
But to start us off, Ruth, what does the figure $4,113.26 represent?
To the penny.
To the penny.
That is the average cost of a moisture incident in one of our manors.
What?
It's average. Now, that doesn't mean, average doesn't mean everybody. Some are
right.
very minor, less than 1,000. But we have some that are 30, 40, 60,000
For moisture?
for moisture, because in the 3-story buildings or the 2-story buildings, if you are on the 3rd floor and you have a leak, it goes down to the 2nd and the 1st, and sometimes parallel to other units. And so your moisture is responsible for damage to the other units.
Wow, so it is imperative to stay on top of
Yes,
this.
so it's very important to understand what causes it and how to limit the damage.
Absolutely, and it's preventative,
Yes.
right?
Yes, most of it is.
Most of it.
Or if it's caught early,
Right.
it's almost preventative.
It's kind of like a disease for humans,
Yeah,
right?
it sure is.
All right, so talk to us about while you're away from home. You've got some
Yes.
tips and pointers.
Yes, well, many of our residents travel quite a bit. Some are here only in the summer or winter, depending on where they live, full time. So it's important that when they're not in their home, they somehow manage to take care of it and ensure that it's in good shape. So some of the hints that we use is, if you can, and you don't have live plants, things that need water, turn off your whole water supply to your home. It shouldn't affect anything outside, but just within your home.
And would most residents generally know where their shutoff valve is located?
We're trying to inform people now.
Because
Yes,
especially if
and-
you're in one of those third floor
Yes.
buildings.
Yes, and now then we're doing the remodeling. We're asking people that remodel to change their pressure gauge so that they can control it themselves. So we are in the midst of coming up with policies within Third to handle that issue.
Sure.
So, but if you're in a single family, it's easier.
Right, of
Excuse me.
course. Right, it's in one
But,
place, you know where it is.
The other thing is to ask a family member or a friend to come by and check your unit. That way, if something is minor that's going on, they could catch it quickly.
Right.
And the other thing we always recommend is get a moisture detector.
So tell me
Yes.
about these. I'm not familiar with
Okay,
these.
these are very simple. This is not a recommendation, but you can go to Amazon and find hundreds of different kinds.
Okay.
But basically, they have a unit that plugs into the wall that corresponds with these. You pair them, and if there's a leak and you're away, it will notify you on the phone.
So if that's in the living room and your leak is in your bathroom, maybe it's a toilet or a shower or something, that will detect?
That will detect only one place. So you put them anywhere you have a source of water.
Okay.
Like under your sink,
Oh.
like in the back, garbage disposal. The hard one to get to is the refrigerator or the dishwasher.
Because you're wanting to put these in back of those
Yes,
appliances?
and we have a sample up there.
Okay. Oh, so you got it by the water heater?
Yes, there's one in the water heater. It just sits there, has tiny little prongs, and so you can see it doesn't take much water
Oh,
to set them off.
see.
Has little prongs.
Okay, so those are little sensors.
Yes.
So if the water is comes
Right.
underneath,
So it doesn't take much water for these to go off. In fact, after I purchased these for us, I picked one up to move it, and my hands were damp,
isn't
and
that
it set it off.
Yeah, I want a little dish of water here so I can hear it.
Yeah, it's really loud.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
And it also sends a
good.
message to your phone. So if you're away, the best thing is it goes off, your phone is notified. You can call security or a friend or neighbor that has a key, get them over there quickly.
To find out
rather
what's going
than come
on.
home after 3-4 months
Right,
and then go, my house is flooded
right.
and all my neighbors. So it happens a lot.
Oh, it happened to me once. My entire bottom floor was completely, it was probably 12 inches of water.
So there's all kinds of brands. They're very reasonable for a whole house. And I think we have 11 in my house and washer. And I think it was $200. So it's well
Great
worth the
insurance
time to do.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. I probably am going to order some for myself. So give us a few of the warning signs, Ruth.
Okay, there are many things we can do. One is if you see water stains on your ceiling, which is common, you know it's coming from somewhere.
Roof leak.
Every time it rains. Anything peeling paint or drywall, just peeling off, you know that there's some dampness there.
Right.
Bubbling,
Right, that's a big one.
yeah, bubbling, musty or damp odors, mold or mildew. And that's something that you can use this for.
Okay.
This is just a brand. It's not a preferred brand, but they've been advertising lately, so people probably would recognize damp rid. And this is, well, we have two different types.
Right,
One you
so
put
this
in the
one you
closet.
hang in your closet,
Right.
And then the bottom portion fills with water.
Correct. The top is like crystals. The bottom fills with water. And that way you know it's absorbing the moisture from your home or your closet.
Right, and it's
So,
not settling into your
Yeah, very
leather goods.
popular. This one, these type go on the floors. Same concept. They're crystals, and then the water goes in the bottom.
Interesting.
So you know how much moisture there is just normally without a leak.
Yeah.
Now, these like for bedrooms, bathroom floors, things like that.
Okay.
Now, but I want to caution people. I learned the very hard way that if you have a pet, cat, dog, bird, anything, these are calcium carbonate, which is highly toxic. And we bought a RV a while back. Everyone said the first thing you got to do is get damp rid, put it in, because there's so much moisture in, I guess, RVs. So we went out, we bought all this stuff. We put it in. We were camping one day, and the closet, there was little water on the floor, and we thought it was just water. So we wiped it up. Well, the next day, we came back from dinner, and our dog was deathly ill.
Oh my God.
She's a big dog. She's a Malinois, and she weighs about 75 pounds. She was so sick. By the time we got her to the emergency hospital early the next day, she almost died. They didn't think they could save her life.
That's heartbreaking.
We had no idea. The vet couldn't figure it out. She spent 3 days, 2 nights in the hospital and survived.
Thank God.
When we realized later that this bag, excuse me, had a pinhole leak.
And she was
And it
licking
leaked
water.
on the floor. I think she stepped in it and licked it off her paws. The vet, they said they'd never seen anything like that before, had no idea. So after we figured it out, I wrote this company a letter
Yes.
and told them their warnings weren't good enough. And I talked to the vet hospital too and told them what happened, and they'd never heard of that before.
Thank you so much for sharing.
If you have a pet,
Yes.
please be very careful what happens. Make sure it's just an odd thing, probably 1 in a million.
Well,
But
you know,
we were lucky that we
I
had a big dog.
use this product. I've got 6 or 7 of them in multiple closets. So, and I would have never known.
And
it wouldn't have
I
crossed
think
my
it's
mind.
kind of I think it's kind of a sweet smell, but it's hazardous.
Okay, well, good to
For
know.
you too.
Good to know. yeah,
So
yeah. I
don't
won't
drink
be,
it. Don't touch
I won't be
it.
drinking that water. It's not nothing safe about that, other than it keeps the moisture off of our clothes.
So I guess the other things that I brought are these little tablets. We get them from the El Toro Water District, and you put them in your toilet tank, and they're blue, and that way you can see if your tank is leaking.
Okay,
Because
so
you
tell me
flush the
about this.
toilet
So yeah,
and
so walk us through those steps.
So you put it in the tank of the toilet, take the top off, put it in.
Okay.
Then
So
when you
not in
use
the
it-
bowl, but in
No,
the
no,
tank.
Right.
Okay.
And then when you flush the toilet, it goes into the bowl. But if there's any leakage, you'll see it on the floor. One of the big problems that people have are the toilets and wax rings. Okay.
Yes.
Between the toilet and the floor is a thick wax ring.
Right, and sometimes that wears out.
And it wears out or cracks. And that's where the moisture comes from. We see a lot of that here, a lot of toilets.
Yeah.
And a lot of refrigerator ice makers. That's the other big one, most common.
And so what would you do about that?
Well, if you turn the water off when you're not home, that helps. If you have something behind the refrigerator, you'll know right away.
Okay.
And that happened to me a long time ago. My refrigerator, years ago, the line went while we were at work, and it flooded the people below. I didn't even know until we got home, and they call me and they go, "You flooded my house."
Because the water essentially is in the back of the refrigerator,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so that's probably where
And it's that little plastic tube, you know, it's usually clear.
Yes.
And those come off, I don't know why all the time, but that's very common
Interesting. My goodness.
as well.
All right. Well, the other warning signs would be the dripping sounds inside
Right,
of the
your
walls,
dripping.
or your ceilings. Of course, the visible corrosion in the plumbing fixtures or supply lines.
Right, and you should check those. One of the things that we recommend when people first move in is to go to Manor Alterations and ask them for a copy of any of the alterations that have been done. They have records back to the 60s, so they can tell you who, or not who necessarily, but what's been done to your unit. Because what people don't realize is, even though they didn't make an alteration, whoever else did, they're responsible now.
Right. Right.
So if you changed the cabinets last year and I bought your house, they're my responsibility now.
Right. Exactly.
So they don't realize that. So they should find out exactly what's been altered so they know what they're responsible for. And the second thing we recommend, which isn't in the talk, is that many people don't realize they need homeowners insurance. They think, I'm living in a condo, it's all covered. But it's not. You own everything in your unit from the paint in. So you have a leak, you're responsible. And people don't realize that. I've talked to people, they have no insurance, but you need to have condo insurance that protects you. And you should make sure you have enough insurance for loss of use. So if your unit is damaged or somebody else damages it, that you have coverage. Just live somewhere else temporarily.
Right. Yeah, because some of those projects can
Take a long
become
time.
large, even though they seem like it's in a certain area. We know that any type of construction projects is a domino effect.
Right.
Right. And so you
Absolutely.
don't really understand what the scope of the problem or reconstruction could actually be.
For sure. And so you need the insurance. And the other thing is, if you have any kind of damage in your unit or another, don't wait until you get a bill from us, from the homeowners. Contact your insurance agents right away. Talk to them. Let them know what's happening, because there was a backlog in billings for a while, but they're largely caught up now. But the backlog meant some people weren't seeing an invoice for a year, 2 years, even 3 years.
Really?
So you want to notify your insurance company as soon as possible.
Right, yeah. It's just so important to stay on top of all of this stuff, because
Absolutely.
just mitigate any type of headache, future problems. Just take care of it, just like our health in the beginning.
Yes,
right.
definitely.
I wanted to touch on one thing that we forgot. We
What did we
overlooked
forget?
it, the food coloring, Ruth.
Oh, yes.
Tell us why
Yes,
you have a box
in
of
case
food
you're
coloring.
gonna make
Are you
a
going to make
cake.
us cookies?
I couldn't think of the word. I could tell you, don't cook. So if you don't have to use these tablets, you can just put a drop of food coloring or two in your toilet. You can make it blue or green or red or yellow. And it'll do the same thing.
Whatever color leaf you wanted.
Yeah, it's just the fact that it's colored, and so you can notice it.
And how often are you recommending people check the toilet?
I would do it every 6 months at
I was going to
least.
say twice a year.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would
All
do
right.
that.
Wonderful. That's great. I love your little tips and pointers there. So for more detailed information, where can folks?
Yes, there's the new Village Breeze that's coming out next week, I believe.
We've got a whole article on that.
Yeah, a very long
Prevent
article on
moisture
it.
intrusion.
Right, very long article with many, many more hints, details on what to inspect and how. And I like to do it a couple times a year. I have to coordinate it with other things, like when they come to spray for bugs or something, or I'll forget.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But products like the damp rid, the moisture bags, anything that is absorbing the moisture out of the air, or the detectors, that's something that you're going to want to have year round.
Yes, you would want these all the time, yes. Especially if you're going to be away, because that's when things get musty and moldy. And
Exactly. When
keeps
the
that.
air is just stagnant.
So once they get full of water, then you toss them and put another one. And these, I don't know what they cost normally. There's many, many types.
And there's many
companies.
sizes as well.
Yes,
too.
and sizes. So whatever you feel fit, just make sure your animals aren't around.
Wow, thank you for that tip. Thank you for all your tips, Ruth.
You're welcome.
This was
Thank you.
great. What a great education I've gotten, and hopefully everyone else has gotten it too.
Here, I'm going to give you these. We gave some away yesterday,
thank you
too.
so much. Thank you so much.
As long as you promise to keep them away.
Oh, they're
from the
they're going
animals.
on the top shelf. Top shelf. I've got 2 cats.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank
Ruth. I
you.
really appreciate it. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the weekend's movie previews. Stay with me.